Hi, I'm back. My name is Eric Sumi, for those of you that do not know me. And the last time we met, I was giving a self-introductory speech for about 4 to 5 minutes. But now, first of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity that I have to share an impromptu speech with you. The topic of my speech is jet airman. Now, what is a jet airman? Probably conjures up images of jetpacks and flying across the sky. That wouldn't be the case. JET is actually an acronym for Joint Expeditionary Tasking. So JET is Joint Expeditionary Tasking Airmen. So as the name implies, airmen, they are members of the U.S. Air Force. And what they are is airmen that fill joint tasking assignments, needs from sister services. So to give you an example, if there's a specific job in an Army unit that can't be filled by Army personnel, then jet airmen are tasked to that assignment, and they fill that assignment with an Army unit. Now that encompasses a lot of good things, but it can also cause a lot of problems for the sister service taking in the jet airmen. So in order to minimize problems and getting somebody hurt, jet airmen receive special combat skills training by the U.S. Army at training sites throughout the country. And it's interesting because the U.S. Air Force has provided jet airmen as a joint solution since 2004. So it's been about 11 years since they've been around. As I mentioned, jet airmen receive combat skills training at U.S. Army bases, and they do this so that they can learn tactics and skills that will be necessary for combat operations while attached to those units. This training lasts about 31 days, and a lot of it is provided at Fort McGuire, New Jersey, and it's critical for the survivability of our airmen. So at that school, the airmen learn to shoot, to move and communicate as part of an Army unit. They also receive training in how to drive the vehicles, the Humvees, especially if there's a rollover. They're taught how to egress or get out of the vehicle should that become necessary. Jet airman assignments are not your typical 4 to 6 month Air Force assignments. They're actually about a year long, and they're assigned a lot of times to what's called Provincial Reconstruction Teams, or PRTs. What PRTs do is that they interface with provincial governments. Like, for an example, if there's a provincial governor in, say, Kandahar, Afghanistan, a PRT team is sent in to that region, and they liaison with that governor to build schools, to build roads, to provide fresh water infrastructure to help the community. So they do serve an important role as part of these PRTs. A lot of jet airmen have led in reconstructions of schools and hospitals. Jet airmen are really invaluable force multipliers, especially in an ever-expanding joint operations world. And what I mean by joint operations is just what it implies: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines all working together in order to complete a mission. Joint airmen get an opportunity to expand their skills by going to their sister service, and they're valuable assets in those services and in the countries in which they serve in. Again, today I've talked to you a little bit about what a Joint Expeditionary Tasking Airman, or jet airman, is. We've talked about them receiving combat training through Army sites, and we've talked about how an important asset they are in a joint operation world. Thank you for your time.